Hello, welcome back to the Tyranny Stories channel. Today I'd like to share my 2023 goals for writing and stuff. I don't have any for reading because this year I'm just gonna kind of take it as it is, read the books as I get them and stuff like that. But this one is about my writing goals, and I have a lot. My laptop is over there for me to look at to see what I got going on. But the first one, the most important one, is to finish Project Red 1. This is the most recent journal I've made for this. I've shown it to you guys a couple of times. And I think I might have shown the spreads that were in it at the time. This one has all the information I could ever need, and then I have these sticky notes on the front to keep track of all the other things I want to do with the stories too. But currently, I am writing down. So I took. Hold on, let me get to the beginning of this thing. I made little strips of paper for each little section or chapter, whatever you want to call it. And some of them have a lot of notes with them because they're ones that I added to the story later. Some of them, like this page, none of them need anything because they were already sections that existed and I would just be touching them up. Like these two. This book smells weird. The glue I used is very weird. But yeah, so I'm working on that, and I've made it to section 55 so far. There's 180 sections to this story so far. So I just took the spreadsheet I made on my computer, cut them up, and now I'm putting them in here so that when I get to writing sections that I haven't, actually written yet, I'll know what I'm doing and have more of an idea of where I want the story to go. So I do feel like that will get done this year. And I'm excited to finally finish it. I was looking through my NaNoWriMo because that's another goal for later, and I have been participating in NaNoWriMo with this novel for 5 years. Since 2018, I've used it 5 times, and so I want this year to be the last year I use it in a Camp NaNoWriMo or regular NaNoWriMo, whatever. So that's the first goal. My second goal is to, after I finish it, have my husband Alpha read the book for me, just get an idea of the story, maybe tell me some good things, notes of things I need to change, make better, things that don't line up, stuff like that. And then while he's doing that, I'm going to outline Project Red 2 in more detail, because I do have an outline for it. I just need to outline it in more detail, and I'll probably get another. I have so many of these notebooks over there. One of these days, I'm going to show you guys all the art supplies I have as I reorganize them and make them look a little better. But I have a lot of these dot grid journals. Some of them are spiral bound, some of them aren't. But I do like the dot grid because then I can do whatever I want. Like, I can put whatever kind of spreads I want. I'm not limited to just line paper. So I use another notebook like this for that. And then after I'm done outlining in more detail, I'm probably going to make another spreadsheet like I made for Project Red 1, because it just helped out so well. I could move things around if I was like, oh, this is happening on this day. Well, no, that timing doesn't seem correct. Let me put it on a different day, or let me put it at a different time of day, and stuff like that. Because with these, oh, I don't have them over here. Oh, here they are. Oh, she's a big one, I guess. So for these ones, what I did was, for each section, I made the number of it, the person, the time of day, and then that's just the date I started and the word count, I think. And then this is where I put all the information. They're not all this long, like some of them are a lot shorter. This one just has all the information it needs already, so it'll just go right in the notebook. But having the day and like sort of time of day is very helpful for me. So this one's day 4 nighttime, so that means we've gone 4 days into the novel, and we are at the night section for everybody. So those have been very helpful for working on this story and getting everything together, and I think I want to do that for all of them. I don't know that I'm going to do a full snowflake method for each story. I might do a partial snowflake method, because that is the snowflake method. I wrote it down. So you take an hour to write a 1-sentence summary, another hour to expand it into a paragraph, and then write a 1-page summary for each character, and then expand each each sentence in my summary paragraph into their own paragraph, so that it ends up as a one-page thing. And then write a one-page description for each character. And then another week to expand the one-page plot synopsis into 4 pages, which ended up my spreadsheet, which was way longer than that. And then I take another week to expand each character's description into a chart for them. And then take my 4-page synopsis and make a list of scenes that I need to turn the story into a novel. Write a narrative description of the story. And then actually start writing the story. So this one has all of those steps in here. And except this, well, I guess it does have the spreadsheet now because I've just added it. But, sorry, I'm just reading something here that I didn't know I wrote there. But, yeah, so the Snowflake Plotting Method I have written here so I can use it in other books, but I don't think I'm going to need a full one, like the characters thing. Maybe I'll just, like, update the characters a little bit of what they're doing in the second, third, and onward to the novel. So, I want to finish outlining Project Red 2 in more detail with the scenes, chapters, whatever you want to call them. Each one, you know, so when I go to write the novel, I know what order things are in and what chapter is happening when, and I can just kind of flow through it like I am right now. And that leads me to my next one, which is to start the first draft of Project Red 2, which I have never done. So that'll be something brand new to me this year. To start Project Red 2, it feels like I have worked forever to get here, and I just hope it doesn't take me 5 years to write this one, because if it takes me 5 years to write each one, I'm not going to finish these, ever. And then I want to, as I'm doing all of these things, get into a better writing routine of, like, you know, when I'm writing, how long I'm writing, kind of keep it consistent and, you know, only hold myself to a few days a week of writing, not I have to write every single day because I'm going to be very busy with college and working 2 jobs and stuff like that. So, you know, getting into a better writing routine a few days a week. And then Project Red so far, all of the, like, small 1-sentence, 2-sentence outlines I've written to, like, you know, write down where the story's going so I have the overarching idea. It's 20 so far. Yeah, you heard me correctly. There are 20 novels so far that I plan to write. It's probably going to go down at some point, but for now I have an idea for about 20 of them. And it's because I have problems stopping the story. Every time I write one, I'm like, oh yeah, I can come to an end at 5, 10. Well, now it's 20. You know, I think that one is, I think 20 is probably where it's going to stop, because the numbers are so big. I want to make a more detailed outline for each novel. More than, maybe like a paragraph. Nothing crazy, because there's so many of them, but like, maybe like a paragraph, get more of an idea of what I want to do in that story, who's doing what, you know, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. And then, while I was talking about this front page here, so this has quotes I want to add later. This one is pages I want to add to this book after I put the scene lists in there, which aren't going to take as many pages as I thought. I want to make some novellas and just, like, books and things, like smaller stories and stuff for Project Red. I'm probably going to do that bi-monthly, honestly. I'm just going to outline them. If I do end up writing them, sweet. If I don't, it's really not the end of the world. I'll have an outline for them at least. And then I want to do other novellas as well that are not related to Project Red, like maybe a romance or like a horror or a contemporary, or, you know, something different than what I normally write, which leads me into the next one, which is to write poetry every couple of weeks. I mean, it could be one little, you know, set of poetry. It could be more than one. I have a, I guess, book on Dabble of where I'm going to write them all, so I have them all together and I can maybe compile them at some point if I like them enough. But poetry is something I've been wanting to get into because I think it would be really nice to write in a way that's much smaller than what I normally write, which is just full stories and stuff. So I think that one will be a lot of fun. And then I want to participate in April and July NaNoWriMo with those short stories or novellas that I outline bi-monthly, and then we'll see if I end up with anything finished. If not, I mean, they'll all be in Dabble anyways. I keep everything there because it is probably one of my favorite apps because I can use it on my phone, my desktop, my tablet, my laptop, anything that has an internet connection, basically, I can use it on. So that's cool. And then the last thing is I want to participate in November NaNoWriMo this year and win, because last year I don't think I did. And that's the first year I haven't. So I want to win this year, and I want to win the other NaNoWriMos as well. So we'll see what happens with those. Those are my goals for 2023 for writing, and I think they're pretty manageable. I think there are things that I can do. I mean, looking at them on that spreadsheet, they do look like a lot of goals. There's 10 of them, but I think a lot of them kind of flow into each other, and they're just going to kind of go one after another. So I think it's going to go all right. Let me know down in the comments what your goals are for the year, writing or otherwise, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!